Hi, so today I'm going to be going over the muscles a little bit. So starting with the anatomy of the muscles, it's made of three main parts essentially, which starting with the epimysium around here, and then the muscle fascicles, which includes the perimysium. And each muscle fiber is then surrounded by the endomysium around the entire thing. And then for the physiology of a muscle movement or contraction, so they contract because of the actin and myosin that they have inside of them, which makes it look the stripes. And the muscles have the ability to relax because they have elasticity. They are stretchy. And for a muscle to be able to contract, the calcium ions will interact with the proteins at their given binding sites. And the muscles also use ATP essentially to contract over and over again. They need ATP to be able to contract at all. And lastly, when the calcium leaves the muscle, then it's able to relax. So for the experiment that we had to do, we went through the 3 different experiments here. So the experiment was done using a computer-generated program where the variables were controlled, like the voltage for the stimulus, so that each end of the muscle on both sides is connected to a force transducer, which is then able to convert the muscle contraction into force represented on the program's myogram. So these are some of the myograms, one from each experiment. And the transducer then touches the muscle to stimulate it with an electrical charge. So this one they just did different voltages, and this one they did multiple stimuluses, and this one again. So the main thing that I learned new by doing this and researching everything is how voltage directly affects the outcome of a muscle force, and also what it looks like on a graph and how that'll be affected. And I also learned why the force would be higher when you stimulate a muscle multiple times and it keeps going, because it adds up from the last one and it just keeps getting larger, the active force. And that is it for today. Here are my references.